Hello, 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 everyone. Today we are going to add on to what we learned last week, and we are going to be dealing with scale and scale factor and finding missing lengths and things of that nature. So, I really want you to make sure you listen to this whole video as it's going to prepare you for your homework. Um, so, let's look at this first problem. If you have a piece of paper out and you want to do this problem with me, that would be great. This first problem talks about a scale drawing of an airplane. 1 inch represents 9 feet. And that's the scale that they give us. You can see that right there next to the airplane. And it says, answer the following. The wingspan for the real plane is 90 feet. What is the wingspan of the airplane in the scale drawing? Well, with any problem, what we want to do is we first want to take the scale that they give us. 1 inch for 9 feet. Okay, so again, my feet went on bottom and the top is an inch. So we've got 1 inch equals 9 feet. And so we're always, with all of these scale problems, what we're always going to do is we're going to set a proportion, and then we are going to solve that proportion. So in letter A, it says 1 inch over 9 feet. What is it going to be if the real plane is 90 feet? Well, right there you can see this gives me the measurement in feet, which means it gave me the actual feet. So I'm going to put 90 on the bottom. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the scale drawing, which is the inch. That relates to the inches on top. So I'm currently looking for how many inches represents 90 feet. And you should be sitting there and going, Mrs. Schultz, that's 10. How did I get 10? Well, 9 times 10 is 90. So 1 times 10 is 10. The other way, in the way that the book does it, is it does it by saying, use your cross products. You know that if I multiply the denominator of the right side times the numerator of the left, it should equal the denominator of the left side times the numerator of the top, meaning I would get 90 equals 9, and we'll go ahead and we'll just say x. And so then we realize to solve for x, I get 10. And that's where the 10 comes from. Let's look at the other one. Now, once I've done one, that doesn't mean that's going to affect the next one. So let's look at it. It says in the scale drawing, the length of the airplane is 7 inches. What is the length of the real airplane? Well, look here. This time they gave us inches, and we're to solve. So for this one, again, I'm going to start with my scale that they gave me at the very beginning. So I'm going to start by making a proportion. So I've got my 1 inch. I don't know why I don't write the inch right away. 1 inch is equal to 9 feet, as 7 inches is equal to what? And so they want to know, what is that going to be? That's a question mark, guys. All right. So how do I solve that? Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to multiply the 9 times 7, and I'm going to get 63 feet. Again, anytime they give us a scale, we're going to use that scale. We're going to make it a ratio, and then we're going to set an equivalent proportion. The next type of problem that you're going to get is one that deals with scale factor. Remember, scale factor is simply just writing how things are changing, whether it's fractional by it getting smaller or possibly with a whole number if things are getting larger. So what we want to always remember is that you're always going to put the actual on bottom and the model or the scale model of it on top. Okay, so we're going to always put the scale on top. Ooh, that's awful. All right, I'll use mine. So we're going to put the model on top, and we're going to put the actual on bottom. Okay, the model on top and the actual on bottom. And then we're just going to simplify. So looking here, they gave us find the scale factor of the model to the real sculpture. And there, right there, you know that the model is going to go on top because it says model to the real sculpture. The way that they say it is the way that it's written. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take the model. Let's say this one says 7. My first line says 7. So 7 over 56. 7 over 56. 7 over 56 can be simplified to 1/8. Does that scale factor work for the width and the height? Yes, it does. Each time when I make my fraction, it all comes out to be 1/8, which means my scale factor is 1/8. So again, all I'm doing is I took the model and I put it over the sculpture, and that gives me how it's related to each other, their scale factor. Each line should come out to be the same. And then last but definitely not least, we're going to talk about actual scale drawings that you may see out in the real life. So here we've got a scale drawing for a backyard is shown below. In the drawing, 4 centimeters represents 5 meters. That's really important for us to remember. So we need to remember that 4 centimeters is equal to 5 meters. That gave us our ratio right off the bat. Okay. Assuming the patio is rectangular, find the area of the real patio. So we want to find the area of this patio. This patio is currently a 4/8. But again, this is in centimeters. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to change it to its real measurement. So we've got to change it to meters. So we're going to set it equal to what we need to know. So first of all, it tells me this side is 4 centimeters. Well, wait a minute. We already know 4 centimeters equals 5 meters. So this is 5 meters. I don't have to do any work for that one. They told that one to me in the scale. That this length, 8 centimeters, they didn't give me. So I'm going to make my ratio and I'm going to say, what will the meters be if my top number is now 8 centimeters? And you should say 10 meters. So now I have my actual lengths. This is a 10 meter by 5 meter patio. So to find the area of this, I am going to do 10 times 5, and I'm going to get 50 meters squared. And yes, I am writing squared because we are talking about area. Anytime someone asks you to find area of something, you want to make sure that you find the dimensions first and then you find the area. All right, boys and girls, it is time for you guys to do your homework. I will help you have a good day. Bye.